Hey folks, this is JW with Ronin785. So today we're going to do a reaction video. Now, this is not a reaction video for like a tactical light or a radio or anything like that. In fact, this one's going to be a little bit different. One of the things that I have really been working on is emergency food to sustain me, outdoors or away from home, or if I'm stranded in a vehicle in a traffic jam or whatever. There's even been times where I've worked in remote areas to where I didn't have any food. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, you can go without food for so long versus, water for, you can only go without water for 3 days and stuff. And that's true for the normal, healthy adult. However, if you're diabetic like myself, um, and you know you can get to where you're feeling pretty rough if you don't have the right level of glucose in your system. And I'm not this is not a video about diabetes, but basically you go without eating, you get weaker and weaker over time. And the less glucose that's in your system, but it does affect your brain, your system, and it does affect the way you think, the way you process, the way you move. So sustenance is extremely important, in my opinion. There's a lot of factors going into survival, whether it's world or without rule of law, chaos, or it could be a hunting trip. Um, and there's a lot of different factors that I look at. I look at communications, I look at medical first aid, I'm looking at how to sustain myself and stay warm, shelter, how to protect myself, different things like that. So, something I've really been considering that I've never tried ever in my life because I grew up thinking these were extremely disgusting. And you're going to be the very first to see JW try these in real time. And these are sardines. I've never been a real big seafood person. I mean, I'll eat tuna and some freshwater fish, but I've never had sardines. I always thought they looked disgusting, but I decided I was going to try these because you can get these for locally for at our Dollar General, I think for like $1.25 a can. And let's talk about this is Beach Cliff, distributed by Bumblebee Seafoods. This is sardines and Louisiana hot sauce. I like spicy stuff. Um, it contains sprats, may contain crustaceans, just a whole bunch of stuff in here. Probably not something, probably lots of sodium. And it says here that they were made in Poland. So we're going to give it a try. I'm going to try these in real time here. You're going to see my reaction to the first time eating sardines. And if I like them, this is something that I want to incorporate into my pack to have backup food and stuff to sustain me. It could even be food for a long hike, a through hike, or not that I do much hiking anymore, but you camp out, stuff like that. It's light, it's small, and especially for emergency food that you want to get a lot of protein into you, um, some sodium into you. I think this might be okay as long as it doesn't make me vomit. So we're going to find out right now. Now, I do have Coke Zero to wash it all down. So we're going to open this can up. Okay. And they do look like fish. Set this over here so I don't make a mess. Now, I'm going to give it the smell test. It doesn't smell bad. They do look I'll see if I can get one out with a fork. They kind of disintegrate easy. They don't have the heads, which kind of makes me happy. I don't know that I could eat a fish with the head on it. However, when you're starving and you're out in the wilderness and you have nothing to eat, this might be the only thing to keep you alive. So we're going to give it a try right now. Not bad. Not bad at all. The Louisiana hot sauce definitely makes it a little spicy, but I got to say it's not as bad as I thought it would be. And I can tell you, if I were really starving, this would definitely be probably even better, because when you're really hungry or you're starving, you become much more tolerant of things. But really, the look is not that appealing to me. If I can try not to make a mess here, see if you can see it. The look is not that appealing, and I've kind of crushed some of it around. Fish bodies with some tail on it. Not a a lot, but a little bit. I got to say, it's not unpleasant, and it would definitely be something I would put in my outdoor gear, especially my go bag and stuff like that. So I'm not entirely displeased. The look of it isn't the greatest, but the taste is not bad. So they have different flavors. I have to say, it's much better than I thought it would be. Now, I'm sure the different flavors will have different experience for me, and but especially for survival food, emergency bag, or you're going camping or whatever, you're going hunting and you want to carry some food with you. There's so many different scenarios that we could use this with. So it's not bitter. It obviously tastes like fish, but with the Louisiana hot sauce, I actually really like. I think I could really get to like this. It might be an acquired taste for some people. Again, you got to get past your mental block on these kind of things. There are other things that I find even more disgusting, like oysters. To me, oysters are really disgusting, but they could save your life. Especially if you find, wild oysters out in the wild. You could eat some of those, and that could keep you alive. But as far as this is concerned, I would say I'm pleasantly surprised. And you can drink the sauce if you want, but a lot of protein, definitely a lot of sodium in that. It's not something I would probably eat 10 or 12 cans a day, but really, to be honest with you, it's not bad. And again, when you're starving and this is all you have, this would probably be pretty damn good. As far as, once you get past the initial, trying it. A lot of people don't like sardines. There are people that do, and I think I have now become a fan of sardines. And I'm definitely going to incorporate putting some of these in my different types of bags that I carry and packs. My bug out bag for sure. When I'm going hunting, fishing, outdoors, camping, definitely I'm going to pack these in there. And it's easy to carry. They're light and lots of protein, sodium, and I'm sure a bunch of other stuff. And Louisiana hot sauce for this particular one. So again, this is my reaction. Like I said, I've never tried them before. I always thought they were gross, disgusting, and but I have to say I'm pleasantly surprised that it's edible. It is. Again, seafood's never been my thing. A little bit, a little bit of freshwater fish, like crappie and catfish and bass and stuff like that. So you get past the look, and these people think you're eating raw fish, but it's not raw. It's processed however they process sardines, and I don't even know. Don't even care. But not bad. Not bad at all. I think it's definitely a viable solution to having sustenance for the variety of different situations. It doesn't have to be just, a bug out situation. When and if you don't have to starve yourself, then don't. If you can carry some stuff and you've planned out your activities and your responses appropriately, you should be able to have sustenance that you can carry in your pack at all times. Whether it's a bug out situation or you're going hunting and you're going to be out in the woods all day or night, depending on what kind of hunting you're doing, like varmint hunting. In some places they allow nighttime, so we're not spotlighting deer. But the point is that whether you're on a canoe trip, you're on a camping trip, you're hiking a long distance, there's no reason to try to do that with no nutritional input, to no food input into your system. That just purposely doing that's stupid. So I would just say that you want to prepare ahead of time and have things that you can use and bring with you that's going to fit within the overall plan of what you're carrying with you. And again, you're not going to carry 50 cans of this, but maybe 5 or 6 cans and some other stuff that you can eat without having to cook. And that's one of the big things for me is I want to be able to have food that I can eat without having to cook it. Yes, being able, and we see all these channels on the YouTube, other channels, and I'm not knocking them or anything, but they go out there and they're accessorized. They've got all this elaborate stuff, and they're making fajitas, and they're making all this stuff. Well, folks, that's fine if you're just driving up and you're carrying your pack to a location, but it may not necessarily be the most realistic thing to do if all you have is one pack, maybe a rifle or some type of a sidearm with you, and you're out there in the middle of nowhere. You might be trying to keep people from finding you and stuff. And in that situation, you don't want to make a fire unless you absolutely have to. So I would say the sardines is definitely a win in regards to having sustenance with you while you're out there wherever you are. This is JW with Ronin 785. Thanks for taking the time and taking the risk with me to see if I could actually stomach this. But I think it's pretty good. I'm not displeased at all. And there's other flavors out there that I'm going to explore. I'm sure there's going to be ones that I like and ones that I don't like. I definitely like the Louisiana hot sauce. We'll see you soon.